What's good? What's good? Welcome to the Epic Entertainment Critics. I am Antoine.
And I'm still James.
Yes, we have a pitch meeting. We have a pitch meeting video that they released for Wonder Woman 84. I'm glad they released this because I had a lot of questions. And pitch meetings, they are good at answering those questions that you have.
Like, if nothing else, they're great for asking questions that you know that the creators wouldn't want you to ask because you know there's no good answer for it.
And the thing is, I was asking, what was they thinking when they decided to change the tone of this movie totally from a period piece action superhero movie to a campy, silly, cartoonish superhero movie, I guess you could still call it that.
Yeah.
So I need to know, I want to know, was they thinking what I thought they was thinking? Let's see how pitch meeting handled it. So without further ado, pitch meeting trailer.
So, you have a Wonder Woman sequel for me? Yes, sir, I do. So we're gonna start the movie with Diana as a kid back in Themyscira. Okay, and what's she up to? Well, she's competing in the Amazon version of that TV show Wipeout, and she tries to use a shortcut to win and learns that cheating is wrong. Sure, okay, that's a nice quick message to start the movie off. It's gonna take a full 11 minutes. Oh, my God. So then we're gonna jump forward to the 1980s, which is when this movie takes place. Okay, so like 30, 40 years ago? Oh, I don't enjoy that that's a true thing. So anyway, Diana is still super heartbroken about Steve Trevor dying in the first movie. He's all she can think about. Really? After all that time? Yeah, well, I mean, you gotta understand, this was a really good guy she knew for a couple of days 7 decades ago. Well, yeah, I guess so. So anyway, Diana's working in Washington, D.C. at the Smithsonian, and she has a new co-worker named Barbara. And what's her deal? Oh, well, she's a freaking nerd, sir. She can't even walk in heels. Oh, embarrassing, disgusting, and pathetic.
Movie
I bet
nerds.
nobody likes her. Yeah, and so there's this
Hot girls who
artifact
work
called the
glasses.
Dream Stone, and that's what this movie's gonna focus on. Oh, what's this thing do? Oh, this thing's freaking nuts. It grants wishes, but it takes something in return. A very magical stone. Yeah, and this phony business guy, Max Lord, he gets his hand on it, and he wishes to become the Dream Stone. Oh, so he turns to stone? You would think so, the way that was phrased, but no, now he can grant people's wishes when they touch him, and he can take something in return. And do Barbara and Diana get wishes in before he does that? They do. Barbara wishes to be more like Diana, so she gets some nice clothes and some super strength, and now she can walk in heels. Now that's impressive, am I right? Yeah, she's not pathetic anymore. Also, she removes her glasses, which, as you know, makes people automatically more attractive. That's just good character development is what that is. And so Diana's gonna wish for Steve Trevor to come back to life, and this way we could get Chris Pine back in the movie. Oh, people like Chris Pine, so what, does he just appear out of thin air? Actually, no, his consciousness goes into this random guy's body, so everybody sees this random guy, but we see Chris Pine. So, okay, is this because the stone can't make things just magically show up? No, it absolutely can. A giant wall's gonna appear out of nowhere, so are some nukes. I mean, the thing is magic. So why are we doing this weird body control thing with Steve? I don't know. What happens to this guy's consciousness while Steve's controlling his body? Who's to say? You are. Yeah. What if this guy has a job and a family he has to get to? Oh, God, the implications are insane. Where is his consciousness? Is he dead? Oh, well, here's the thing, sir. I'm gonna need you to get all the way off my back about this body control thing. Get off of it. Oh, that felt vaguely threatening, so I'm gonna get off your back about that. Great, and so then Steve and Diana, obviously, they get intimate because, you know, they love each other. They do that using a stranger's body. That's gotta be crossing a line. That's not okay. Yeah, well, we're gonna have them do it anyway, and I find it strange that you immediately got back on my back about that. I mean, it's actually a really easy fix. Just have Steve Trevor show up as himself. No. So then that Max Lord guy makes himself super rich, and he goes to Egypt to take some guy's oil and make himself even richer. Okay. So Steve and Diana, they gotta get over there, you know? How are they gonna do that? Well, the thing is, they can't just take a commercial flight, because Steve doesn't have a passport. Well, I mean, the guy he's possessing probably has one. Yeah, well, they don't check for that. They head to the Smithsonian and steal one of the jets from over there. They have operational jets at the museum? They do, yeah. Fully fueled jets just lying around, so they take one of those, because Steve was a pilot. Right, okay, he was a pilot in World War I. Those are different planes. Well, I mean, a plane is a plane. Okay, yeah, that sentence is not technically wrong. So there you go. No, but okay, but sir, a plane is a plane. Are you implying that a plane's not a plane? Because a plane is a plane. I mean, that's just such a vague general statement. A plane is a plane. Okay. So then they're being chased because of the jet theft, and so Wonder Wonder Woman goes ahead and makes it invisible, and that's how she gets her invisible jet. What? How? Well, it turns out that's a thing she can do, so she does the thing that she can do. Wow, well, thank God she has that ability we never once mentioned or referenced. Yeah, it works out great, so they go to Egypt, and they have a big chase scene with Max Lord. Oh, very exciting. But he freaking gets away, and he goes around causing a bunch more chaos. Then he goes to see the President of the United States. What for? Well, he gets the President to wish for more nukes, and then he sees this technology just lying around in the Oval Office, and it's exactly what he needs. What do you mean? Well, it's this device that lets him take over everybody's screen around the world, so technically through like satellite waves, he is, he's touching them. How? Oh, don't worry about it. Oh, okay, I won't. So then there's gonna be this fight in the White House, and Barbara, she's turning evil, so she gets in on that too. Okay. And Steve manages to grab Max Lord. Oh, and so he wishes for everything to go back to normal? Oh, yeah, no, that would have been smart. Instead, he pushes him around a bit. Also a decent strategy. Yeah, so then Max Lord escapes, and he heads off to the satellite island to do his broadcast. Wow. And Steve and Diana find out that everybody needs to renounce their wishes, or else civilization's gonna end. So they have this big emotional goodbye. Oh, very sad. Very sad. But then she starts to fly and lasso some lightning bolts, so that's pretty cool. That's not bad. Oh, sure. Yeah, that may as well happen. So then Diana's gonna have to fight Barbara, who, by the way, is a cat now. What? Yeah, she's a cat now. She's part cheetah. What are you talking about? Well, see, Max Lord was like, hey, anything else you want? And she's like, yes, actually, I would like to be an apex predator, please. Oh, so she could have just as easily been turned into a killer whale. Yeah, I guess there was a chance she could have turned into a, orca whale, but that would have made for a less interesting fight scene. Oh, I wholeheartedly disagree. Anyway, so then we're gonna have a barely visible fight scene, and Barbara's gonna get electrocuted. Oh, so she dies? Well, no, she gets a little sleepy, which is what happens when cats get electrocuted. That's not, no, I don't think that's accurate. Well, that's what my dad told me when my childhood cat chewed through his extension cord. Your cat died, I think. No, sir, he went to sleep, then he went to live on a farm, and I never saw him again. I mean, okay, so what happens next? Oh, well, Max is granting wishes to everybody in the world through their screens. Most of the world doesn't speak English. Well, okay, yeah, I'll keep that in mind for trivia night, I guess. That's interesting. Anyway, it's going to be complete chaos. Oh, it is? Yep, people are killing each other with wishes. One guy gets a farm outside his apartment. People can wish for anything. Really? Yeah, it's going to be nuts. Statistically speaking, wouldn't at least one person wish for the guy that just showed up on their TV to die or for the world to end? Wouldn't at least one person wish for world peace? What happens with that paradox? Well, I mean, that's like a 1 in a million kind of wish, right? There are billions of people in the world. Oh, you're just full of fun trivia tonight. So anyway, Diana has to lasso this guy, but her lasso can't get through this mysterious wind around him. Oh, wow, it's gonna be tough for her to defeat him if she can't reach him. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, she gets her lasso around his ankle, and then she can talk to everybody through him. I thought she couldn't get through with that thing. Oh, yeah, no, she couldn't, but then she could. But how? Unclear. Well, okay then. So then she tells everybody to renounce their wishes, because nothing good comes from lying. And everybody does it. Everybody does it, including Max Lord, who suddenly cares about his son that he's been actively ignoring the whole movie. And so what about, like, what if someone with a terminal illness wished to be cured? Oh, well, they would have to renounce that, because that's not the truth. What if a blind person wished to be able to see? That's a shortcut to being able to see, so that's wrong. What if somebody wished to be able to feed their starving child? Yeah, okay, this moment only works if everybody wishes for something selfish or violent, so we're gonna have to pretend like that's the case, okay? Oh, pretending is tight. Okay, let's do it. Okay, thank God. So then Max Lord is gonna go reunite with his son, who just kind of comes running out of the woods for no reason. How did Max Lord get back from the island if he renounced all his wishes? Unclear. Now what happens with Barbara? Oh, well, she's not a cat anymore, and she's chilling, I imagine. Okay. Anyway, then Diana's gonna have a little flirty moment with the guy who Steve was controlling. It's gonna be very sweet. He's already seen that guy naked. Yeah, just a real sweet moment. It's gonna be Christmas too. Yeah, I don't know if it being Christmas makes it better. And then she looks at a balloon and we're all done. So what do you think? I mean, I feel like using a strange man's body is just so deeply strange and raises so many messed up questions. Right. Well, maybe nobody will think of how weird it is. Well, yeah, I guess that is a possibility. Okay, let's do it.
So, some people said that's kind of technically rape, ain't it? If the roles are reversed,
yeah,
there would be an uproar and say he just took advantage of a woman.
Yeah, that was right.
Because they didn't get his consent.
No. There was nothing okay about that.
You know what they're gonna say? I'm sure he's not complaining. Look how gorgeous she is. That's not
the point.
Yeah.
Look. If you had asked, he probably said, "Oh shit, yeah."
I know, but
you didn't ask. Doesn't matter what he would have said. You didn't give him.
You know, some people said that it was kind of hinted that the dude was gay because They were saying the outfit he had on because you remember how she picked that outfit, and
So
he was like,
even-
"Oh, I like this outfit."
So even worse.
Right. So he really wouldn't have gave his consent.
Yeah. Look, just because Wonder Woman's bi doesn't mean everyone else is. But look, like everything that's wrong with this movie should not have happened.
Yeah.
That's the takeaway here. Nothing that went wrong in this movie is excusable.
Well, I mean, and then the movie is really for kids, so they tried to make it as simple as possible, and it got to the point where, like, y'all try to make it so simple that it's just, like you said, wrong.
Yeah.
It ain't even. It's not believable. None of it's believable.
No.
And then you created subplots that don't really not just go nowhere, but it don't even make sense.
And if you watch it more than once, it becomes like the stuff you thought you were okay with,
Yeah.
you will learn to hate. Like, for instance, now I'm on record here. I wasn't tripping off of the plane. The second time I watched the movie, that bothered the hell out of me.
Oh, ain't that no? You wasn't tripping over it. You was actively making an argument.
I was trying
for
to get through
why.
it. I was trying to get over it. Like, I'm like, you know what? Maybe, look, he can fly planes. Like, maybe they're not
Immediately
that
he
different.
knew, not just, well, let me read this book or no, he just immediately knew everything on how to fly this plane and how they got a fully fueled, ready to go jet without a ground crew.
Yeah. Because, I didn't trip off the fuel. Like, it honestly never went through my head. Like, because I know when we talked about it was, how is that fully operational? I'm like, no, some of them would be operational because sometimes they use them for demonstrations.
Yeah.
But it would not have been fueled. So it's like,
Yeah.
this-
Fueled and ready to go.
Yeah. It's like, flip some switches. And
It's a
we're
ground
good.
crew for a reason.
Yeah. There's nothing right about this movie. I won't say there's nothing good about this movie, but there's absolutely nothing right about this movie.
Yeah, especially coming off the first movie.
Yeah.
I love the first movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, they at the pitch meeting asked all the questions. I was thinking, except what were they thinking when they decided to write this and change the whole tone? Like he didn't go there.
Because like one thing they always do with these is like they just ignore how ridiculous some of the stuff that makes it through into a movie is by just saying no, like that line of thought that works for normal people. That doesn't work for like Hollywood executives. They don't have that same kind of common sense we have.
But see, the way he do his little little act is like he'll say something that, well, why would you do that? I don't know. Well, okay,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Just go with it.
Well, because it's like if a filmmaker can like be confident enough about decisions, like, well, you're the filmmaker, I just sign checks.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know if people like that. They absolutely will. Well, if you say so.
Yeah. He had a lot of material to go with on this.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I always like spend these waiting. Like, what's the thing that's gonna get? Like, he has 2 lines that are in every single pitch meeting.
What's that?
Super easy, barely an inconvenience, and such is tight.
I was about to say, yeah, I always hear him say tight.
And it's like, what's the thing that's gonna end up in those lines? And it's like how's she gonna beat Maxwell Lord? Well, since her lasso can't reach her, well, actually, it's gonna be super easy, barely an inconvenience. It's like, but I thought her lasso couldn't reach him.
Well, it can now. How? We don't go there.
Yeah, it's like I think my favorite line out of this one is it's like, what was it? Well, how does that work? I don't know.
Okay, we just go with that.
Okay. No, or who's to say? You are. Yeah.
I also like the part where he's like, so where's Barbara now? I guess she's chilling.
She's chilling, I guess.
And that's it, huh? Like, yeah, where did she go? Like, when this movie wrapped up, they didn't say where Maxwell Lloyd went.
Nope.
They didn't say where Barbara went.
This movie has no consequences. Nothing
No
happened.
consequences. No for real ending.
Nothing happened.
Now, oh, yeah.
Nothing happened. Like,
Man, I'm getting myself worked up.
like, because, like, I got a little live about it the first time we watched it, but, like, effectively, this movie is nothing.
No consequences. Everybody they didn't even show what happened to all these people.
No.
And next thing you know, they just time skip later. She's seeing the dude that she raped, by the way. Oh, hey, what's up? Oh, do I know you somewhere? Nah, you don't know me. Wow.
Yeah.
That would be so creepy if it was
Yeah.
the other way around. If
Dude,
a dude was
can
like,
you imagine? Like, no, you know what? Because like we basically had a similar, like it wasn't like full tilt, but like the way the Purple Man's hypnosis works,
yeah,
it's effectively the same. You don't know that you've been taken advantage of unless he lets
yeah,
you.
right.
So like, it's like, hey, do I know you? I know you.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of those moments. That's kind of creepy.
Like it's like if someone posted like naked pics of you online and someone's like been spanking it to that for like ages and they see you on the street and it's just like, have I seen you before? I don't think so.
Yeah,
Like
I mean, it wasn't a creep. I ain't gonna keep going like she did so creepy. I mean, like she acting creepy.
She wasn't
after the
creepy
fact.
about it.
It's just when you think about it,
like
if
she's
somebody that you had sex with without their consent that don't remember, and then you seen them later and act like you didn't know them.
No, you know what? Like
That's kind of
like-
bad.
because like I'm looking at it, it's like, oh, we've had sex. I don't remember that. Oh, you weren't there.
No, you were there, but it's just like if somebody was drunk.
Yeah.
So like if somebody had drunk, they had sex with somebody passed out or whatever, and they seen them later.
It's like, oh no, it's okay. You were someone else at the time.
So anyway, we don't want to
It's
get into all
it's
that.
so wrong. It's so wrong, man.
But the movie was not. It when I first watched it, I didn't know what to think, and I watched it again. I was like, wow, this kind of went bad. It went down for me.
It goes down every watch.
Yeah,
It goes down every watch.
So I hope they don't continue it that way. But I want to keep going on about one of them. This is about the pitch meeting,
Right.
which was actually
It was excellent.
It was funny. It's funny.
Yeah.
It talked about all the stuff I was thinking about. So.
The horrible lighting in the cheetah fight scene.
Yeah, they didn't actually say that though. Did he? Did he say that?
He said it's like, and then she's a cat now, and she and Wonder Woman are going.
He's like, how'd that happen? I don't know.
I don't know.
She wished to be an apex predator. Well, she could be a killer whale.
I mean, hell, we got King Shark. We got
Right. But the thing is, you wasn't specific on you wanted to be apex. It's plenty of apex predators.
great whites. There's killer whales, like he said.
Lying